Hello, everyone, and it's so lovely to meet you virtually. I'm going to give you a little bit of a talk and about what the Student Merit Award is. Please spread the word, and we'll go from there. Let I'm here to talk to you about the IDSA Student Merit Awards. Now, we held your university held its first one last year, and so that's something that I'm going to be referencing. And just to give you a little bit of an overview, I am the chair of IDSA Toronto. It's a Toronto chapter of the Industrial Designers Society of America. And there's also a vice chair, Harpreet, who's not here with us right now. But this is our contact information that you can reach out to us with questions. And what I'm going to be talking to you today is about a little bit about what the Industrial Designers Society of America is, what the chapter does, and where you fit in, and why you should all try to get into the IDSA Student Merit Awards. It has a lot of benefits, and as people who are graduating, it's going to be really to your benefit. And so I'll talk about that, but there's going to be a question and answer period at the end. And of course, this is recorded, so it will be shared widely, and hopefully everybody will know about this amazing opportunity. Of course, I have to start with a land acknowledgement that all the chapters of IDSA, including IDSA Toronto, are on traditional territories of many First Nations. And our particular area has been caretaken by the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and the Métis, and is still home to many Indigenous peoples. And we do understand that we have a role to play as industrial designers to tackle the ongoing legacy of colonialism and work towards healing past injustices. And IDSA itself is one of the oldest and largest industrial design associations in existence. It tries to strengthen the profession as a whole, and it has right now over 4,340, I don't know the latest number, but professional industrial designers in North America and some internationally. And it is a voice for the profession, and it creates a really strong network. And it also has a strong sections connection. So if you're interested in learning more about it, different areas, I'm involved in the sustainability and the design research. That's a good way to kind of connect with people in your field. And our chapter in particular, if you recognize some in this picture down here, if you recognize some faces from OCAD University, is because those students were volunteered and helped us with our previous event, which was Design TO. So our chapter was founded in 2021 as a way of raising the visibility of industrial design in Toronto and in Canada. Right now, we're the only chapter in Canada. And it is really about showcasing what we have to the US and internationally and building those connections. And that's because of that, we've taken part in Design TO for the past 4 years. These are all videos, and you recognize Rainey is right here. She was one of our first speakers. And we've had 19 online talks, 1 university tour. We have formed 2 student chapters, which I'll talk about. And last year, held our first IDSA Student Merit Award at OCAD University, and with Victor Kosick becoming the student representative to go on to the next stage. And we really try to build those connections, but we are a professional chapter. So our work is mostly with the industrial design professionals, and because we're the only one in Canada, we have professional members from BC all the way to, I think the furthest east we go is Montreal, but we serve as a hub to connect everybody. And what you would be interested to know is the structure of IDSA is developed is in 4 different districts. We are the purple ones, so we are part of the Northeast District, and you'll see Toronto is like one of those blobs over there. But also the schools, these are actually schools of industrial design that have student chapters are on these little blocks. And here you can see, this is a slightly outdated picture of our student chapter presidents. We need to update that. But R2, we, because our goal is to support industrial design in Canada and showcase it internationally, we take a really hands-on approach in helping our student chapters, even though we're professional. We really want to help you succeed. And here are our 2 chapters, Carleton and OCAD University. And you can see all the purple ones are in the same district as you, and you'll find out why that's important. So last year we held our first Student Merit Awards online, and we were 3 judges, and Rainey was the faculty advisor, and you'll recognize some of your friends who have already graduated. And the good news about this is the recording of that session is online, and you can go and see what the format was, and how they presented, and what is involved in the process. To be able to enter it, it's free to enter. It's open to graduating students in North America with an active student IDSA chapter, which is you. And so the only condition is that you have to be graduating. There is also this other requirement that you should currently hold an IDSA student membership. I am not checking. That's really not my problem, not my business. As long as you register, I am happy. That will be something we tackle in the next phase for the winner. And that's like, this is just coming off of the website. So take it with a grain of salt. What it means, and this is where we get to the good stuff, it means that each school level undergrad student merit award finalist receives this little thing in the Innovation magazine. And I've got some copies here that I'll show you. It is a magazine that is published quarterly. It is really good. It is like probably the best industrial design magazine out there. And student members can read it digitally online. I get a printed copy, and it goes against my stacks and stacks of innovation magazines that I've gotten over my years as a member of IDSA. But the finalist from each school will get this profile. So there is one person who is guaranteed to represent your school in this magazine. So to me, this is like a non-brainer. Why would your school not be represented? Because you do great work, and people should know this is the kind of students that OCAD University presents, nurtures. So there will be a profile in Innovation Magazine, some social media posts, and wouldn't that be a great way to start, your career? Each school will send, for the undergrad program, will send one person to go to the finalists, and they will go to the district. That's where the purple dots come in. If you win at the district level, which unfortunately Victor didn't last year, but we have hope that we will have somebody from OCAD winning this year. You get a full 2 pages in the magazine. So that is like the icing on the cake. And you get a commemorative trophy, you get professional, but you actually get the award at the design conference that is taking place this year in Detroit in September. So it is really, really, really a great opportunity. And what is the process? Pardon my graphic skills. I just put this together last night. But just for the sake of clarity to express, what the process is. First, you complete the online application, and I'll give you the link for that. So let's say everybody completes the online application and says, we are interested. We have offered, IDSA Toronto has offered to do a pre-selection based on your responses to the questions. We will select 8 candidates to compete. We're trying to get the strongest possible candidate to represent OCAD and win at the district level. That is our goal. So we are going to select 8 of, let's say, 20 that apply. Maybe there's only 7, so all 7 make it to the next round. Maybe there's only 1. We'll still make sure that one is a great representative. But we're even going to give you some online training. We'll notify you by March 24th. Have an online training session to prepare you for, what makes an effective presentation. There will be an in-person competition on Thursday, April 10th, and we're booking the room for that. And so that's going to be at OCAD University. We will assemble a panel of judges. We'll show you what the judging criteria is. And that person that wins will get that that half page in Innovation Magazine. That is guaranteed. So you're already a winner. And from there, that person needs to submit the final content online. There's a form, there's everything, by May 23rd. And this is where you will be, that finalist representing OCAD will be competing against everybody else in the Northeast District from, the undergrads from the different schools that have submitted, their finalist. And from that, one person will go, and we don't know if it's our candidate, we don't know if it's somebody else's candidate, and get that full page ad. So what is involved with the actual competition? It's an 8-minute live presentation, and it's a story. It's the story of why you deserve to be recognized for the great work that you've done. What is it that's special about you? You have to be part of a graduating class, but it doesn't have to include your final project. But it's the story of 3 great projects that you've worked on. And it's about spinning it and giving the story and turning it into a compelling argument of what is so special. The recommended order of your 3 projects is, of course, they're all amazing, but you start with a great project. You have your good project in the middle and the best project at the end. And you want to talk about problem statement, design solution, research, synthesis, design approach, process. And clearly, if it's a group project, define your role in it. It's not like I invented the whole thing, but I was part of this. And these are the questions that are actually part of the subsequent, the phase 2. Why is your work forward-thinking and unique? What kind of real-world challenges does it do? And how does it advance the design profession? And what's an experience that you've had in your design education? So when you look at the video for last year, there were 5 competitors, and they each they probably worked on a lot of similar projects and stuff, but they each had 5 amazing stories. And that's the thing, is like crafting your story and giving a compelling reason. And turning that into an 8-minute presentation with the slides in the background. You can have notes, you can have cue cards, but this is also about your presence. And this is the link. So we have on the IDSA, if you take a look at our chapter page, idsa.org/communities/chapter/Toronto, we have there's a little button, the Vimeo, that takes you to all the previous programming that we've had, including this one. So it's a fully recorded, so you can see the format, you can see the question. One of the biggest criteria is the 8 minutes. So if you go over it, you get points deducted. So you really have to time it. And once there's the person that goes to phase 2, it's going to be a similar process. And there's an option of including the video from the first round. So we'll try to record this. And this is all on the IDSA Student Merit Awards website. But that kind of gives you an idea of what this is and what you should think about when you're applying for this. And of course, I told you the form. Rainey will circulate the link for the form. It is live now. It gives you instructions on what it's looking for. The first part is a generic questionnaire about, like, are you an undergrad and a graduate? And depending on whether you are undergrad or graduate, you get 2 different subsequent ones, which are the same questions from the IDSA website. So we're looking at why do you think you deserve to be one of those 8 candidates that present their work in front of the group? And let me tell you, even if you don't get selected as a finalist, this is great experience and it's great presence. And we're going to record it and we're going to put it on our, chapter page. And you can say you were one of the participants in this thing. And it will give you a chance to really think deeply about the type of work you do and why you deserve to be recognized. And we get to the questions part.
Okay, I'm just going to turn on the lights.
Was that way too fast? Oh.
So the question is, do you have to have 3 projects?
No, but depends on, I don't think it's necessarily 3 student projects. I have seen cases where it's been somebody has spoken about their volunteer work and the things, and maybe kind of like that aspect of your life can also come in. But as an industrial designer, you should have 3 good projects.
But Saye, I was going to add, you know how last year students spoke a lot about their lived experiences and how that informed student projects. So a lot of personal interests. Do you want to speak about that?
Yeah, so that's something that you can see when you look at the videos. But I think they've kind of changed the format a little bit because this year's outline guidelines are slightly different from last year. So maybe not so much on the lived experience, and they're focusing on the projects. Okay. But lived experience is good. It's really a storytelling exercise and being able to tell a compelling story. Of course, you have to have good work to back it up, but still.
Yeah, because I know some of the students had gone on design travel experiences, and that would count as one project, right? Okay.
Oh, absolutely. So that is not your standard project that leads to a product, but it is still a project. So talk about, because so much of design, like when we talk about industrial design, is not just pure about products anymore. It's about user experience. It's about products. It's about research. It's about social work and a lot of social justice issues. So those still count as projects. It doesn't have to result in a product. but it can be your experience. So this is the Innovation Magazine. My issue just came yesterday, and I thought, oh, thank goodness, this is don't do that, Zoom. Let me unthing my background.
I think.
I'm not gonna, yeah, forget. So this was my issue, and I thought, oh, and this is kind of like, but this is the fall issue. It just got printed a little bit later. And this typically comes out, the Student Merit Award, when it comes out in the winter issue. So you can see there, these are the colors represent the different districts. So you have the blue, you have the orange, there's going by, this is the purple is the stuff that I was showing you from the Northeast. So these are the different, they each get like this little blurb in this fancy magazine, as well as the winners are, you have undergraduate, and they get a full 2 pages. So it is really, really a great opportunity.
The winners, I believe, also get to show a poster at IDC in August.
They go on stage and get the award. It is as fancy as you get. And it's Detroit, so a hop and a skip away. We'll all go there and support the winner. Thank you so much. So nice to see everyone.
Take care.
Bye.